Craig, he said he's still a dominant guy. Do you expect Ezekiel Elliott to be dominant next season for the Cowboys?
What?
Yeah, he said he's dominant. Still a dominant guy.
He's dominant when he plays Madden, maybe. He ain't dominant on the football field. He averaged 3.5 yards a carry for the New England Patriots last year. And unfortunately, that's what happens to running backs. When you hit 28, 29 years old, and you've got the wear and tear on your body the way all running backs do, it's hard to maintain a level of excellence where you average 4 yards a carry, which is the goal for running backs. Walter Payton's a different dude.
Wait, no. You said running back.
Yeah, running backs.
Walter Payton was a running back.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So don't say like running backs of like all the running backs.
I mean, should we go back to Gale Sayers while we're at it?
Hey,
huh?
man,
Walter Payton's been dead longer than Elliott's been alive.
Oh, wow.
All right? And with all due respect, may he rest in peace.
Oh, yes. That's just terrible.
Taking straight.
But,
that's just terrible.
Look, Elliott going back to Dallas is because Dallas foobarred the entire offseason when it came to signing a running back. You know, outside of the Saquon Barkley deal, the average salary for all the other running backs, a dozen of them, that went to new teams was in the neighborhood of about $6-7 million bucks a year. And he's getting $3, and he's done. So to me, if you wanted to make sure you had a quality running back, $6-7 million bucks was the number.
Right.
And you could have gotten Josh Jacobs, you could have gotten Derrick Henry.
But even like the Swifts and Singletaries and Dobbins, like even guys at that level, not even the stars.
Yeah, so it's like I respect Elliott's desire to play. I talk about it all the time, and you can speak to it. You know, when you're a young man and someone tells you your professional career is over and you're now 30, that's hard to accept.
Yes, it is.
Because you still feel mentally like, I know how to play, I can still get the job done. And maybe the excuse here is, New England's a bad football team. How could you expect them to have big numbers? That's a bad football team. But there's also a reason Dallas let him go, because they recognized that at the time, Tony Pollard was better, right?
They thought.
So now you're bringing him back a year from that and trying to convince Cowboy fans that he's going to rejuvenate his career. Look, will he score a couple touchdowns? Yeah, he will.
Sure.
Of course, 1st and goal from the 2, on 3rd down, he'll score a touchdown.
Yeah.
But he is not a dominant running back anymore, and he doesn't make them better.
You saying he's not going to run 40 yards for a touchdown?
No.
No.
I guarantee it.
I'm just asking.
No, it's not happening.
Now, if you told me that Ezekiel Elliott gets, I guess he's their featured back for the moment.
Look at their running back room.
If he gets, I'm going to just think top of my head, if he averaged 10 carries a game, that's 170 carries, 3.5 yards a clip, that's about 650 yards.
You just called him a feature back, and you might be right. How do you have a dozen available running backs that are potentially all pro, and you end up with this is your running back room?
Look, the guy I want to see as the starting running back is Deuce. Yeah, you may not know who he is, Tim, but he's the first ever confirmed little person to get an NFL contract.
Oh, you're talking about the one they drafted?
Yeah, and his dad works for the team. Yep. It seems like a great kid.
Why not? And
I would start him because you can't see him.
Right.
Low center of gravity.
You hide behind that offensive line,
Low center
and the defense is like, where is he?
Right.
Where is he? Next thing you know, he's 80 yards down the field.
Boom.
Dancing into the end zone.
Because he could really run.
Not hard to find Ezekiel Elliott. So, Craig, yesterday we listed NFC contenders, and we didn't mention the Rams. Right. So, do you consider them contenders in the NFC?
Well, look, I was really impressed with what they did last year. And they damn near beat the Detroit Lions in Detroit in that playoff game. That was a very close game, if you remember. And Matthew Stafford is a top 10 quarterback and has been throughout his career. The question came up because Stafford has apparently expressed some dissatisfaction with his current contract.
He has no guaranteed money after this season.
Yeah, but he got a 4-year, $160 million deal. All right, when he signed the contract, he got a big fat check for, I'm pretty sure, $60 million right out of the gate.
Sounds nice.
So let's not act like, the Rams haven't done right by him financially, okay? He is against the cap this year coming up. He's just under $50 million. He's going to make 31. Next year, he's under contract again for $27 million. He's a $50 million cap hit, and then he can walk away in theory. So it will behoove them if he's committed to playing, 3, 4, 5 more years. And there's some question marks about that because of the injuries he suffered to his neck, to his back. And his wife has said very publicly, I wish he was done playing now. Because I don't want to watch the game where he doesn't get up. And we've seen him suffer
Right.
from significant injuries. Look, I love Matthew Stafford.
I do too.
I was with him on draft night, and I've followed his career as you guys have. And he's been a great quarterback, not a Hall of Famer, but a great quarterback.
Hold on, wait. You don't think he's?
No, he's not.
Oh, Tim, no.
He's a compiler.
Come on, man.
He's not.
Come on.
Look,
man.
I love
argue.
Matthew Stafford. I want to be clear.
I will argue that, man.
Okay, we'll do a podcast. It'll be called Tim and Craig Argue.
Yeah.
But, he's got them over a barrel a little bit. Like, you would think it's the other way because if I'm the Rams, like, wait a minute. I gave you 4 years, 160. You're going to earn every penny of it, so you're going to get all that money. He's made almost $400 million now in his career.
He deserves it.
And I've got you locked up for this season and next season.
Detroit.
So why am I redoing your deal?
Detroit Lions
guaranteed
did
for
not
next season.
give him no love. They didn't show him no love. They never had an offensive line where he could stay back there and zip that ball around to all those great receivers that he had. And he was getting hurt all the time.
Yes.
Just because of the offensive line. But I think he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. And that's why the Rams went out there and got him, because they said you could take us to the championship and win the Super Bowl, which they did. Even the defense won, but he had a lot to do with his arm and getting people the ball too.
Yeah, his contract is also a little convoluted. If he gets hurt, the money does become guaranteed for the remainder of the contract.
He gets hurt a lot.
He's also got some roster bonuses and
But he
things.
played while he hurt, too.
It becomes more interesting really next offseason based on what they would do as far as having to give him some significant signing or roster bonuses in March of next year. But you could also maybe redo his deal, open up some more cap room for June 1st when more guys will become available, and obviously going into next year. But I'm never going to say a bad word about Matthew Stafford. Are they contenders? I think they're just on the outside. I think they're a playoff team, and in the playoffs you roll the dice, but they're not San Francisco.
I could see him in the NFC Championship game, but it would be kind of miraculous.
Yeah, but,
you know what I mean?
If you feel that way, then they're contenders. If you think they can go to the championship game, then you have to say yes
I also
to that.
did say it would be miraculous.
No,
they're not contenders.
Jacoby.
If it takes a miracle to get you there, you're not a contender.
I got to put you on the spot. I write down these notes somewhere.
I'm right here.
If you think they can get to an NFC championship game.
Come on, Jacoby, say
With
it.
a miracle?
No.
Say it,
I said it'd be
Jacoby.
miraculous.
No,
I'm not saying they're contenders. I will not say it.
You have to say it.
I will not say it.
Timmy, doesn't he have to say it?
I will not say it.
You know what? He's
got to say it.
I'm what? I'm what, Tim
I
Hardaway?
can't say what you are.
Hey there, thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.